Hello, my name is Joshua Mason, and I'm doing the application for the internship over the 2024 for teaching, and my category will be machine learning. So, share my screen now. We're gonna get to it. Trying to record this over Zoom. Sorry about that. All right. So, all right, I'm just present it and then I'm gonna start. Okay, so today, I'm here to teach you all about machine learning. Machine learning can be a complex topic and involves AI, which I assume a lot of you guys have heard about, but we're just going to be breaking it down in an easy and digestible way. And at the end of this course, you all will be able to have a project that you have made using machine learning. So now that we went around the room and introduced ourselves, I think it's only right that I talk about who I am. So my name is Joshua Mason, but you guys could just call me, I guess, Teacher Josh. So I go to Elon University. I'm currently a junior financial technology major with a computer science minor. I am part and founded and led a club about artificial intelligence where we bring together different people on campus and are able to do different projects and host different events using AI. And machine learning is one aspect in the things that we do talk about and use. So I do hip hop music. You can see on the left there, that's a group I'm in. We also do music on campus and, we just try to have a good time for everybody. And yeah, emotional classification teachable machine. That's a project that I have done where I'll tell you guys more about it at the end, but we take different inputs of people's emotions. So we take some sad people, some confused people, and then we'll try to get the machine to see if it can tell if they're sad, if they're confused, and try to gauge the different emotions just to test how well, different computers are able to digest information, especially with human emotion. So my last bullet point, the Salvation Army. I have done some volunteer work at the Salvation Army. I did some last summer. We had a good time. We had different groups of people around this age, and we were able to just have a good time with taking them to different activities. It was in Texas, so we did a lot of like horseback riding, feeding the longhorns, just like all fun stuff like that. So, I'm a fun guy too. It might sound kind of boring, but hey, it was fun for me. So let's just hop right into different machine learning uses. You guys probably recognize some of these, different things we have going on. We have TikTok. I know a lot of you guys are on TikTok, but TikTok actually does use machine learning, and so do all of these different things here. So do you guys have any clue on how they use machine learning? Any questions? Well, for TikTok, and you can also get this with any other social media or YouTube, actually all the recommendations that you see, how the app knows what you want to see next is actually machine learning. So it actually, sees the information you like and how much you interacted with. So if you watch a video for a long time or hit the like button, that's how it knows to show you similar videos. So next, there's Siri. I know a lot of you guys use Siri. How many guys use Alexa, Siri? I don't know the Android one. Is it like Google Assistant or something like that? I'm not sure, but it actually uses your voice and gets used to like your different accents and like your just the way you talk and uses all of that data that it's given to actually be able to understand what you're saying and to get you what you need. Because it's kind of like it takes your input, and the more input you give it, the more fine-tuned it gets to who you are. So that's why some Alexas or Siris can even work with people with different accents and stuff. We don't just have to talk a certain way. So have you guys ever used Google Translate? I'm not sure if you try to learn any other languages or things like that, but Google Translate uses machine learning because not all translations are direct. So if I say I have water, it might be different in a different language, meaning like I own water or I have water to drink or something like that. So it just is able to take the inputs and find the most, output that makes the most sense for those. So, also some other devices, you guys probably have some like smart thermostats or the cameras and everything. And just the smart devices kind of like can get used to your different patterns. So if you come home at a certain time, it might turn the lights on at a certain time. If you like your temperature at 1 degree at a certain time of day, it might automatically adjust to that. And what machine learning is all about, and what we're going to get into, is recognizing patterns and using them for humans in a useful way. It's all about patterns and usage. So we're going to talk about that a little bit more on the next slide. Just a very basic breakdown of machine learning, what it is, and what it's for. What machine learning does, it's pretty right here in the bullet points, pretty straightforward. It learns from examples. So if, let's say, like a video game, if you keep making mistakes on a video game, if the video game has machine learning in it, it might, see what you're making mistakes on, and then make it easier for that process. So it's the learning aspect. After you get the examples, it will change to do them, making predictions. This is pretty similar, but just like with the TikTok example, if based on if you watch a lot of basketball stuff, it's probably going to recommend you basketball stuff because it thinks that you'll like it. And it just takes in data and gives you results from it. Helping in daily life, well, a lot of machine learning is helpful. Like if it's with, let's say, for example, your phone or something. Like if it knows like which face that you are, it's very helpful in not being able to like have your friend pick up your phone and unlock it because it knows what you are. And the same thing, same kind of thing can be transferred if it's banking. It could think of somebody who may be like, kind of should be able to get some money from the bank or maybe shouldn't based on, the prior actions and things. And it could predict which loans to give out. And that leads us into the next point that they're not always perfect. They are, at the end of the day, machines and not humans, and they make predictions, but no predictions are 100% accurate because, nothing's ever perfect. So we have to be very careful to not let these machines and sort of artificial intelligence make the absolute decisions for us because it is very important that we understand how they're trained, why they're making the decisions, and if the decision is best for the individual. And also learn different things. Oops. Machine learning is able to have a wide range of information given to it, and then it gives an output. So by learning different things, that's basically taking all of the input and giving an output based on that. And most of the time, the more inputs you give it, the better the outputs. It's kind of like if you take, a lot of tests or a lot of practice tests, you'll do better on the final exam. So it's kind of like that. So this video is a little bit fast, but this is what we'll be doing in this class. We'll be teaching our own machine. So to do that, we'll be using the Google's Teachable Machine. And what we'll be doing is getting different files of images, and then the machine will be able to train on the images and classify them. For example, if you have orange juice and apple juice, and you say, hey, this is orange juice, this is apple juice, and you just give it certain pictures, it's seeing how well it can get a new picture and be able to determine it. So some of the goals for this course will be hands-on learning. I want you guys to have fun projects that you can do, that you can show other people, and that you can keep working on even when you're not here, if that's your interest. Another key that I want you to take away from this course is understanding core concepts. I want you all to be able to walk away here not feeling like, oh no, it's too much math, it's too confusing, but just to be able to understand at least a little bit more every day about this technology that you do interact with. And of course, creativity and experimentation. I always think like if you're not pushing yourself, like what's the point of doing something? You know what I mean? I want you all to be able to have fun in what you're doing. So if you're interested in sports, maybe you can see a bad jump shot versus a good jump shot. If you're interested in baking, maybe you can see like spicy food versus sweet food. But I want you all to be able to push your limits and just be able to do something that maybe you didn't think you could do before, or something that, somebody might find useful one day, or something you're interested in. Because I want this to all be about you guys. So if you guys aren't having fun, I'm doing something wrong. So that's all I have for today. But hopefully in the future, we'll be able to learn more together and we can knock this out. So Thank you. Oh, I'm gonna stop recording.